Hey, what's going on, y'all? This your boy KCFL, King Self for Life. Wrestling Takes, here to give you my thoughts on all things wrestling, what has transpired. Looks like Becky and Charlotte Flair are sticking around in WWE. Fantastic. That is great for them. Mr. MJF claims that he quote-unquote hasn't re-signed. Yeah. And today is Friday. That's all I'm going to say about that. Well, let's talk about it. This is the NXT recap. I watched NXT last night, y'all, and I'm gonna be 100% with you. I thought yesterday's episode was kind of a weird episode because we kicked off the show. Obviously, they highlighting what's transpiring between Trick and Mello, which should be like the main storyline going into the show. Because as of right now, Dragunov's #1 contender should be Trick Williams, right? No. Dragunov is dealing with Holland. I was like, I remember last week when news had broke because somebody was at the show and they said, oh snap, Dragunov may be out, he may be done because Holland did a DDT and he landed awkwardly on his neck or something like that. So everybody in the whole community was like, oh snap, like did Holland strike again, and everybody was going in and all that bull jive, you know what I'm saying? Come to find out, some food that's connected to Sean Ross Sapp posted and said no, it's a work. So let's talk about NXT. What in the world did I like on the show? The breakout tournament matches. Lexis King versus my man who I'm gonna call him Clark Kent because his gimmick is he come out with the glasses on like he Clark Kent. And then he takes his glasses off and then he turns into this completely different person. And I'm like, okay, that's the Clark Kent Superman gimmick. I guess that's what his gimmick is. Lexis King, I'm gonna be 100% with you. The jury is still out on that young man. I told you. I'm not really all the way there with him right now. I'm gonna give him to stand and deliver. Like I said, I hope Michaels and them can get him to where he needs to be. Cause it's still some things I'm just being 100% with y'all. I can't get on board right now. Now that Batman beard he got, listen, if you want to say it's the one thing that makes him stand out is that doggone Batman beard he got. The women were all up and down this show. We got Tiffany versus Fallon, and Fallon got the upset victory like 1, 2, 3. And so afterwards, Tiffany beat the snot out of her. I mean, she tore her behind up. And then later on, backstage, I'm like, man, Tiffany, she's evil. That girl is evil as heck. She literally beat her down in the back. Actually, no, she took her to the back because this is doing the beat down. She took her to the back, and she took the mop, and you know that disgusting mop water and all that with that bacteria or something. She put that all up in her hair. Then she poured the trash on. I said, man, this girl is evil. I say, Tiffany is one evil girl. That girl is evil. I say, man, she out Charlotte Flair. That's all I'm going to say about that. Tiffany Stratton, when I first saw her, I thought she was just this uptight woman that was coming into WWE or NXT. This girl, you talk about catching fire. She is where a lot of people wanted Nikita Lyons to be. I'll talk about Nikita Lyons matchup later on. But Tiffany Stratton, man, you listen, she gets you to where you want to see her get her behind kicked. I said that girl got it. And she only what? She only 25? She a baby. She's a baby. She ain't done nothing yet. And she already she in her zone. I say, man, this girl is evil. I say, I want to see her. I want to see Fallon beat the snot out of her again. So obviously they doing the matchup at New Year's Eve because she cut a promo, basically said that she's nothing, that she's a wannabe her. She can never I don't care how many classes she take more. And I'm pretty sure what she meant by classes, she talked about promo classes. She talked about wrestling classes, all that. She said you'll never be like me and all this. And I say, hey, you know what? I'm like, listen, Tiffany on the road, man. That girl is on the road. I hate that Becky stifled her run because she didn't really do anything. She didn't really get an opportunity to do nothing. She had the championship, but Becky stifled it. They stifled the whole run. Becky stifled it. And I'm like, you know what? It is what it is on that, man. What else took place? Okay, so Cora Jade, she's back. She pulled up in the doggone locker room, and she pretty much told all the girls that I'm back. And you see Gigi Dolan just sit there and discuss, like, this girl back, what is she doing here? Like what does she want? Like, this disgusting woman, you know, that's the attitude she had. So she came in there like she was all that in a bag of chips. She took off, I think the young lady's name is Carmen or something like that. She took her name plate off the locker and put hers right on top. And so when she came in there, she's like, oh, she took my locker. Oh, and then Gigi Dolan was like, I need to get out of here because that girl is just full of nuts. I was like, you know what? Listen, man, I get it. Michaels is doing work with the girls. You know, hey, might be one of the biggest bright spots in NXT right now. We got the other breakout tournament. Now, for me, this was my match of the night. These two, I ain't never seen these two wrestle before, but I'm going to call them by their gimmick names. Court Man, because his gimmick looked like he came straight out of a courtroom. And if you listen to his doggone theme song, it's the court music, but they remixed it. And Hype Man, I think his name is something Heights, but I call him Hype Man because he was pretty much coming out there and he was just hyping up everybody. I said, okay, so I'm assuming that's what his gimmick is. He's a hype man. So them young men got in the ring and they tore the house down. I absolutely enjoyed that matchup because I was like, okay, I'm about to see what these two finna bring to the table and whatnot. But I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? it is what it is. You feel me? But Hype Man won. Hype Man got caught. Listen, man, they, like I said, them two cats, they did work. Them two cats did work. I absolutely enjoyed that match. I liked it. Dragon Lee, he went against one of the members of the, what they call themselves, the quarter group, Drew Gulak's group. They call themselves the quarter group, quarters, 25 cent group or something like that. And the guy who they picked was William Regal's son. I said, oh, okay. I said, it's my first time seeing William Regal's son wrestle. All right, let me see what he can do. Let me see, you know, this will be his showcasing, correct? And then here come Gallus and Joey Coffey. I said, what these circus clowns want? What do these bums want? They came out there basically interrupting the match. Talk about they want a shot. So Joey got up in there and turned into a freaking triple threat. Now, I'm going to be 100% with you. Was the match good? Yeah. But I was mainly focusing trying to see what William Regal's son brings to the table. And from what I've seen, it looks like he has some potential, but I feel like Joey Coffey screwed everything up, turned it into a freaking triple threat. Michaels, I think that was a bad booking decision. I personally think that we should have just got a one-on-one Dragon Lee, Regal's son, and let's see what Regal's son brings to the freaking table. But we brought Joey Coffey out there. And speaking of Joey Gacy, that boy came out of nowhere. He was chilling underneath the ring, pulled that man under, and I pretty much know why he did that. Because Michaels knew, oh, dang, I screwed up. I should have just left it be in the doggone singles match. That was just random booking. Random and say, you know how I talk, we all get on Tony Khan's case for the fruit is random booking. That was random and say, it should have just been the quarter man, William Regal's son. I think his name is Defison. It started with a D. From what I heard, like I said, I may be wrong, but I'm just calling him William Regal Jr. William Regal Jr. and Dragon Lee should have been a matchup. We did not need Joey Coffey. We did not need Joey Coffey. I don't care what nobody got to say. So, Dragon Lee gets the victory. He wins, and that's that. So I guess we move on from there. I guess. But obviously the beef between Joey Gacy and Joey Coffey, I guess that's nowhere near over because throughout the whole show, you seen Joey Gacy sitting out there. I mean, he just looking goofy as possible. I'm saying, some weird stuff over on the ground. That's what you hear. Joey Gacy, I guess he talking about some other stuff or him beefing with Joey Coffey and the Gallus and all this crazy stuff because they would have a tag team match. They went against who they go against? They went against somebody. Dallas went against somebody, and like I said, Joey Gacy was sitting out there watching the whole time. He was watching. They won. Then we got a backstage segment with the tag team champs themselves, Chase U, and the Dominican Republican version of Crime Time with Mr. Scripps, aka Reggie, aka the doggone French butler, if you remember. That's why I said I just find it hysterical. I said, man, look, how this man go from a French slave butler to some superhero cat to a straight up gangster? I don't know, but that's just the weird gimmicks that cats get nowadays, I guess. So they was in the back playing Crips with doggone Chase U, and I guess they said that if they beat them, then Scripps boys would get a doggone tag team shot, right? Out of nowhere, I guess this was Tony D's sister or something. I guess she's one of the newest members in the family or something like that. She was on the phone with Tony D, basically walked up to Andre Chase, and my man's talking about, hey, Tony D and them want a shot or something like that. So I guess we getting another shot between the family and Andre Chase or something like that. I'll make it is what it is on that. Like I said, I hate the fact that I stopped watching and Marcus put the traps on doggone Chase U. I've been wanting to see Chase U win them tag team titles for a minute. But it is what it is on that. We got a good promo between Davenport and Lyra Valkyria for their matchup that's going to take place at New Year's Eve. And I liked it. Both of them are from Ireland, and they was both supposed to wrestle each other when they was in NXT UK, but it didn't work because I guess Lyra got hurt, so they wasn't able to do it. Well, now they get ready to go in, and Blair already talked about the fact that she already got a pinfall over, but obviously it wasn't her, it was doggone Cora Jade talking all that foolishness that she was talking about. We got Blair, Lyra going down next week. Well, no, 2 weeks from now. Listen, I think the girls are going to do work. I'm actually looking forward to the matchup. I can't wait to see it. I'm looking forward to it. Then we got another backstage segment with the girls. We got this girl who I guess she's supposed to be Miss University or Miss whatever. She looked like her gimmick is a pageant, like she's from one of them pageants or something like that. And she was talking some bull jive or something, and then here come Roxanne Perez coming out of nowhere, and she said, oh, you got a problem with me or whatever? Well, then she just slapped the mess out of it. Then old girl tried her best to get her act on. I was like, yeah, I guess it's gonna be a match between them two next week, I guess. But yeah, but Dominic, that's not Dijak and Eddie Dorp. Their promo was great, like I said earlier. We get ready to get a underground pit match next week. Like I said, the back and forth promo between them about them with they beef or whatever. I like it. I like it. Very good. Excellent. So like I said, I believe I went over everything. So now let's go ahead and talk about what transpired. And like I said, oh yeah, Trick and Mello going back and forth on, are they cool? Are they not cool? Mello talk about he want to get in a title match and all of this foolishness. And I mean, you see it. Yeah, everybody and their grandma know the handwriting's on the wall. Everybody and their grandma know the handwriting is on the wall. We all do. We all see it. Everybody knows what's gonna pop off. So we get Dragunov in the ring. Talk about what he get ready to do on New Year's Eve. And out of nowhere, Ridge Holland pops up, grabs a mic, and starts talking about how he ain't done squat. All he know how to do is like he takes a couple steps forward and then goes 6 steps back or something like that. And he says that it's always he thinks he's doing something, but it just leads to nothing. So he feels that he has to get the best by going against the best, and that's Dragunov. And I'm like, first of all, man, I'm like, what world do we live in now where cats ain't got to do nothing and they get a title shot? I don't get it, but I guess that's what today's wrestling is, because I mean, AEW does it 24/7. Impact does it 24/7. WWE. I mean, listen, I thought you had to work your way up to the top, and I'm like, Trick was like, because it's funny, Trick walked right into Dragunov, and he said, man, what's up with that, bro? He said, me and you could supposed to be getting ready for each other at doggone New Year's Eve. How you let this bum come out of nowhere and you give him a shot before me? What kind of sense does that even make? And I agree. I agree 100% with him. 100% with him. I was like, man, it don't make sense. But maybe this will play into the whole storyline of what takes place. So in the matchup, Ridge Holland does what he does best. He does some kind of weird body slam, suplex / DDT or whatever. And I guess that's what did it. Dragunov basically looked like he was paralyzed. He was up doing one of these numbers. Sounding goofy as possible. So you got Ridge Holland trying to play it off. I mean, he over there just looking like he ready to start crying and all this stuff. And I'm like, I said, well, how the heck do we just throw Ridge Holland into this out of nowhere? I'm like, just weird booking. But salute to the homie Mel, because we had a conversation and he threw this at my table. He said, listen, what if Melo paid that man to quote unquote injure him so we get Dragunov out the way? So instead of it being Trick versus Dragunov for the title, they vacate the championship and we get Trick and Melo going up for the title or something like that. And I guess Trick ends up winning, I guess, and then that's when it comes out that Ridge Holland Melo paid Ridge Holland to take out Dragunov so he can sneak back into the title picture. It's a possibility. I don't know. It's a huge possibility, but I mean, when everybody and their grandma went crazy last week doing Dynamite because somebody had posted the picture and they had said that Dragunov was out, and everybody was like, oh, snap. I'm like, dang. I said, and then it was like by the hands of Ridge Holland. I said, oh, no. I said, not the food that be breaking everybody's neck. I said, no, man, come on now. Breaking people's shoulders. And I'm like, what is going on here? But it's a huge possibility that Melo might have paid that food off to do that. Huge possibility. But we got to find out. We'll definitely find out. But like I said, overall, I thought NXT, wrestling-wise, was a good wrestling show. But it had a lot of weird, random booking that didn't make any type of sense whatsoever. But again, that's what wrestling is. Wrestling is always weird. It's always weird stuff that pops off, stuff that you try to put together. You think you know, but you really don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that's my honest take. Like I said, I always come to you with the realest. I come to you as honest, as authentic. This ain't no hate. This ain't no unbiased. I'm just telling you how I felt watching the show. As I said, I thought NXT was a good show, but it was very weird. It was a weird show. Very weird NXT. But, hey, this your man KSFL, King Self and Life Wrestling Takes. Y'all cats already know exactly what to do. Make sure y'all hit that comment section up. Tell me what y'all thought about the show. If you're new to the channel, always feel free to subscribe. Hit that like button. Hey, we'll talk later. Tonight is Dynamite. And more than likely, like I always say, if I feel like hopping online directly after the doggone show, I will. But if not, more than likely, you'll get an honest recap tomorrow morning on my way to work. This your man KSFL, King Self for Life Wrestling Takes, signing out. I'll let you boy.